Are you ready or not to say that Samara Weaving is one of the modern horror Scream Queen goats? I think I am. I'm going to preface by saying there could be spoilers in this review, so if you haven't seen the movie, watch the movie first and then watch this video. I don't want to not warn you, but I'm not like trying to go into overly amount of spoilers, but if I do, sorry, it's just what I wanted to talk about. What's up, guys? So I watched Ready or Not 2 last night in theaters. I actually only ever saw the first Ready or Not this past Sunday or a week ago, right before this movie came out. I think this movie is a lot of fun. I thought both movies are a lot of fun. I think Ready or Not 2 is right on par with the first movie. If you want me to make a review of the first movie, maybe I'll do that, but I'm going to focus on this one. This one, I think the kills are definitely up the ante a little bit more. It's a little bit more, run and gun right from the start of the movie. It picks up at the very end of the first movie. I love when movies do that sometimes. It's really fun. It's kind of like Halloween 1 and 2. It's a perfect double feature. I think this movie is just adrenaline rush. It's a lot of fun. It's really funny. Some laugh out loud moments. I think my theater was having a blast with it. They were dying laughing at multiple scenes. Samara Weaving as Grace and Kathryn Newton as Faith play sisters in this movie, and they have great chemistry, adds a lot of emotional depth throughout the movie that the first one, well, it definitely had, but like the first one was more about suspense. This one was more about adrenaline, like I said, kills and craziness, but the heart and soul of the movie was the sisters' estranged relationship versus Sarah Michelle Gellar and her brother's relationship. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm so glad to have her in here. She still is drop dead gorgeous. Not sure how old she is now, but she still got it. She's awesome. Something I'm not going to take credit for, I'm going to shout out Drum Dums and his YouTube review. He compared this movie in a way to the John Wick franchise in the sense of this movie brings in more lore, kind of like John Wick builds upon their lore more in John Wick 2 with the Continental and stuff like that. If you haven't seen John Wick, you might not know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of lore in the John Wick franchise, and that's what this movie did. It added a lot more depth in the lore, expanded upon rules and stuff of that nature, just like John Wick does with rules of what they're allowed and not allowed to do, making it a realistic chance for Grace and Faith to have a fighting chance to survive. But I think all of the cast ensemble is just really good, and they're just a lot of fun, and I think the kills are brutal, and I just love these kind of horror movies. I think horror comedies are just my thing, and I love what Radio Silence is doing with a lot of their horror movies, right? Tyler Gillette and Matthew Betta. Let me get the actual name. I'm going to just do this in real time for you guys, because I don't want to say his name wrong. Matt Bettinelli, Open, and Tyler Gillette. They seem to be a director pairing that they do all these movies together. They did Ready or Not 1, now Ready or Not 2, they did Scream 5 and 6, right? And they did Abigail. Those are all the movies I've seen by them. I loved every one of them. I think they were all really good. I like the tone and vibe and atmosphere of their horror movies. I think they're really fun for modern horror. I think one of the standout moments was Samara Weaving's Grace fighting the ex-fiance of her husband who died in Ready or Not 1, where they both blind each other with pepper spray and they're fighting each other blind. Really funny stuff. My theater was dying laughing at how over the top and ridiculous that entire sequence was. I think the whole final act gets pretty wacky, pretty over the top, and just balls to the wall crazy. And I think it fits this movie. That's just what this movie was. It was just run and gun, crazy, over the top, horror, just ridiculousness. And us horror fans and slasher fans and stuff like that, I think we have a good time with it. And I thought it had a great bookend to this double feature of this franchise. If they wanted to make more movies, I think they left the window for it to happen with the lore that they built, maybe with new characters. But I think Samara Weaving and her character arc should be done. I do think it would be a little ridiculous to keep it going. I thought when they announced the second one after watching the first one last week, and I watched the first one, I'm like, I mean, I'd be fine with that movie ending the way it was. I thought it ended pretty good. But the way they built upon it made a lot of sense. I do think if they made a third one, it could be a little ridiculous in the sense of, like, what more can you do? Now we're just doing cash grabs, possibly. But if they do, I'll welcome it. And because I've had fun with both of them, I don't know which one I like better. I rated this movie at a 4 stars, 4 stars out of 5. I was leaning 4.5. It could go up in the future. I don't really know. It's a strong 4. Probably a 4.25 if I'm being exact. But yeah, it was just a fun time at the movies, right? A lot of people talk about Project Hail Mary. I saw that too. I saw another movie. The last 3 days, I saw 3 different movies in theaters. But this was the one that I had the most fun with. Project Hail Mary was a good movie, but this was a fun movie. Obviously, I'm a horror fan and a horror channel, so I'm going to have more fun with those kind of movies. So, whatever. Not trying to diss Project Hail Mary. I thought that was a good movie as well. Ryan Gosling's the man. Comment down below, what did you think of Ready or Not 2? Did you like it more than the first one? If you want me to review the first one, maybe I will, right? Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I have a Ghostface tier list video that I am making right now. Just recorded it. I'm going to upload that second because that's going to take longer to edit. But I'm going to give you guys this one first to get a video out there and just discuss what you liked or didn't like about this movie, how you compare it to the first one, and whether or not you liked it better or not. That's simple. I think they are on par. They are neck and neck with each other. I rated them basically about the same. Really questioning which one is better because they are both really good. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys next time.